Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CEO Cartel. I am your host, Sky Black, and we're back. We're having such a fun time. First of all, shouts out to the Nashville Caveman. That's me, that's Damo. We do our thing every Tuesday from 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 p.m. Central. So the reason I'm here has been a minute since I've done this show, right? Yeah, we all know I've had an injury. So let's start out with that. So in 2022, November of Thanksgiving of 2022, I broke my wrist. I don't know if you can kind of see that or not. I was wrestling. I was doing the move that I'm always known to do, and I broke my wrist. But the crazy part about it is I hadn't lost a match in 2022. I was on the road. Even when I broke my wrist, I still won that match. So all of 2023, I was gone. All of 2023, I didn't wrestle. I just did what I had to do. I didn't know mentally if I wanted to come back. I didn't know physically if I wanted to come back. I didn't know if people wanted to even see Sky Black, but Top Rope, told me don't stop coming or you will quit. So all of 2023, I sat at home and I looked stupid. So I come back in January 2024, and I guess the fans wanted me to be a fan favorite, but I couldn't be a fan favorite. I had to go back to what I knew, and that's me. But the difference is I knew that in 2022, I was trying to do everything on my own. I knew I needed a team. I knew I needed a group to get to where I'm trying to get. So here comes CAI. Shouts out to Classic Man, because Classic Man has been trying to do this group for a long time, but a lot of people did not. Uh, what's up, John? Hey, shouts out to you, brother. How you been doing? And thank you. After my injury, I didn't know if I wanted to keep on keeping, but I'm glad that you're doing all right, John. Um, what was I at? So he been trying to do this group for a long time, but nobody ever wanted to listen to him. So finally, I listened to him, and then the fans want to get upset because now I'm no longer a fan favorite. I'm with CAI. CAI said we're going to take over No Limit Pro. We're going to take care of all the championships, and then we're going to take over the industry. Well, look at it now, right? CAI, not only do we have all the championships in No Limit Pro, but Destiny has a championship from RWF. She's their women's champion. Classic Man is Top Rope open weights champion. So I just don't understand why everybody's mad at me for joining a group that's successful. I realized that I couldn't do this by myself and on my own anymore. So in January of 2024, when I came back from my injury, I knew I was not the same Sky Black as I was in 2022. Yes, 8 championships in 8 years. Yes, all of 2022, I never lost a match. Even in the match where I broke my wrist, I still won that match. I rolled out the ring. I said, well, my wrist is broke, went to the hospital, and that is that. Now, at the top of the show, I just said I couldn't do it on my own. So here's the thing. So now I'm with CAI. And what a lot of y'all don't understand is the old folks used to say a bird in one hand is always better than three in the bush. A bird in one hand is always better than three in the bush. Well, what you don't understand is I have three birds in one hand. I have three championships. I had two from Swag and I had one from Top Rope. I was walking around a dual champion from two different promotions, three belts, two different promotions. And I kept trying my best to get my hand on one of the belts. And I'm thinking, I'm on the road. I'm just collecting belts, and I'm trying to get there. Boom, here's the injury. So now you come back. I'm a shell of myself mentally and physically. Think about that. Mentally and physically, I am a shell of myself. They brought me in the group, got me back up, and now let's talk about 2024. Yes, it's been a while since I've done this podcast, but I had to have something to come back and talk about. So let me ask you this question. I said there was things that I wanted to do, which I've done, and there's things that I didn't know that I could do. So my first time back in No Limit Pro, right? I in a ladder match. I've never been in a ladder match. Have you? Have you ever won a ladder match? I can say yes. Have you ever climbed the top of that ladder? Shouts out to you, Wyatt. Have you ever climbed the top of that ladder, grabbed the briefcase, and cashed it in to win a championship? I have. The one belt that I could never get in 2022 when I was winning the other belts, I finally got. Climbed the ladder, grabbed the briefcase, and I told myself that if I was going to come back in 2024, if I didn't win the No Limit Pro Broken Limits Championship, it was a failure. But my first night back, first match, ladder match, and I'm sitting here, your champion. I've been your champion since February, I believe. Yeah, I've been it since February. Look at this. Look at this. Because I am with CAI. Look at this now. Because I'm with CAI, I was able to win a ladder match, grab the briefcase, cash it in, and get a championship. But no. It doesn't stop there. So down at Swag, where I wrestle again in Huntington, Tennessee, they've broken off and they have another company called Inhumane Championship Wrestling. Look at that belt. That is a beautiful belt. I couldn't get my hands on this belt to save my life in 2022. No matter how many matches I won, no matter how many belts I had, this was the one that I have been chasing for a long time. And it took for me to get injured and give up. I didn't lose. Nobody beat Sky Black. I had to relinquish the belts because I had broke my wrist. On the shelf, 14 months. You come back, you say, hey, I've accomplished one thing, right? I got the No Limit Broken Heavyweight Championship. But then I go down there, and Top Rope used to throw gauntlet matches all the time, and I couldn't win a gauntlet match to save my life. Could not win one to save my life. But the first gauntlet match I get into in Inhumane Championship Wrestling, I end up winning. So now, I am a champion here, if y'all can see that. Yes, your boy is now a dual champion, one belt, one cup. I have never had a cup as a championship, but now I do. So now you're talking about 8 titles in 8 years. You're talking about a 97, 96, 97% win streak. You're talking about coming back off a broken wrist. If y'all want to see that, can y'all see that broken wrist? I don't know if y'all can see right in there. Yeah. December 6th, 2022. Look at that. I had to have surgery. So all of 2023, I sat on the couch and just looked stupid. Watch everybody else wrestle and win championships. Now I won't say I was hating because I'm always a fan of wrestling. It doesn't matter, but I always felt like I could do more. But just because mentally I felt like I could do more, didn't mean that physically I could do more. Do you know how it is to come off the couch off of 14 months? The training, the dieting, the physicalness to get back in that ring, take the bumps and do this, and this, to come back and to win not only one championship, but to win 2. Not only to win one championship, if y'all can see that together, not only win one championship, but to win 2 championships. That is the hardest thing to do. Not somebody who's been wrestling for 16 months and they've been up and down the roads, up and down the roads. They'll tell you, oh, it's tiring, it's backbreaking, but it's muscle memory, it's in your mind. When you haven't been in the ring and took a bump or did anything in 14 months, and then every time you in the ring, all you think about is your wrist. Like, oh my God, I can't do this move. I'm scared to do that move. I don't know. I don't want to break my wrist again. That's the hardest thing to do. I thought getting my ass whipped I've been in the business since 2013. I thought getting my ass whooped for years was the hardest thing to do. I thought driving up and down the roads was the hardest thing to do. Hell, I thought going to Planet Fitness was the hardest thing to do. No, the hardest thing to do was to mentally get up out for 14 months and say, I'm going to go back to the same sport that broke my wrist. The hardest thing to do as a man is to go to another man and say, hey, classic man, I can't do this by myself. Maybe in 2022, I could do it by myself, but I can't do this by myself in 2024. I would like to join CAI. He didn't have to let me join. But thanks to him, we're all champions. He's a champion from top rope. Carnage is a champion. JDV is a champion. Carnage Michaels is a champion. Destiny is a dual champion. She's the No Limit Pro Empress champion and the RWF Women's champion. I'm a dual champion. So you tell me what's really tough as a man, being in the ring, taking kendo shots, taking chair shots, getting body slammed on text, or having to swallow your pride and say, I'm not that same guy I was a couple of years ago. That's the hardest part. But shouts out to Classic Man. My I give praise to you because you was trying to tell people what you was trying to do all these years and nobody wanted to listen to you. I don't know if they were scared you were gonna take their money. I don't know. Shouts out to you, Damo. I don't know if they were scared that you were gonna take their position. I don't know, but finally somebody listened to you and we are all champions. So tomorrow, August 17th, 2024, I'll be down in Swag. Don't forget on Tuesdays, the Nashville Caveman, me and Damo, 1 p.m. Eastern. We talk about any and everything. Shouts out to Malfunction. He just dropped his new music video. So if you ain't seen it, then go see it. And thanks to everybody, who's here at the CEO Cartel. I mean, I just had to start this off because it's been a minute since I've done this show, and I had to start it off just letting everybody know that it's hard to do that, man. You have to be vulnerable sometimes, and sometimes when we do these shows, we're not vulnerable. We're always, I'm the man. I can do this. I can do that. No, not this time. I have a team with the podcast. I have a team with the wrestling. I have a team in everything I do now because I cannot do it by myself. I thought I could in 2022, but I realized that I couldn't. So for me to get the dreams and the stuff that I wanted to get to, I actually had to have a team to actually do that. So right now we're going to take a quick break. Sounds out. Oh, so driven. What's going on, brother? How you doing? We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk about some more things that. All right, so we back. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was my wrestling, the championships, all the things that I had to go through to Spit, man. How you doing, bro? Man, Spit, when are you gonna do some new music, my friend? Like right now, uh one of the best teammates and partners I ever have in this music business, Mr. Damo, man. We are here to help artists. I know you in Chicago. I know you a great artist, and I know you know great musicians, man. I have my online radio. I'm still playing your older music, but if you can get me some new music from you or some music from your constituents up in Chicago, and please have them reach out to Damo at So Driven LLC. So, oh man, we reached 450 views on Facebook, man. Congratulations, man. I'm so proud of the Nashville K, man. Um, and so he can interview you, Spit, so we can put you in the thing for male and female artists of the year. So if you ain't caught our podcast, Spit, it is every Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern. And I forgot you in Chicago, you might be Central Time. So 12 p.m. Eastern, Spit. So please, we do want to reach out to all the artists. I hadn't forgot about you, man. So now since you hit me up, please be able to do that. So now we want to just talk about, wrestling and the politics of it. I hate it because the same people that brought me in was the same people that wanted to take me out. I mean, every time I go on Facebook, these people are arguing about what? What are you arguing about? We all in the same position. We all in the same tax bracket. Ain't nobody better than anything else. Wrestling is supposed to be a brotherhood. Absolutely a brotherhood. we're working the crowd. Once we get backstage, everything else is off politics. But to try to talk bad about me, to try to talk bad about the shows that I do, all this stuff, I've told you before, I'm not beefing with you on social media. Okay. I'm going to do what you can't do. I'm just going to just go win championships. That's it. That's all I'm going to do is just go win championships while you're on Facebook sitting down arguing about me and my constituents. We're just going to go and win championships. So for you young guys that are coming in the business, man, keep your mouth shut and your ears open. When you in that locker room and you see a veteran, go talk to him. You know what people like to do these days? People like to talk about themselves. If they don't like to talk about nothing else in this world, people like to talk about themselves. When that veteran comes in that room, you stand up, you go to the veteran, you shake their hand. They don't come to you. This is how they know if you've been trained or not. When they come in, you get up, and if there's nowhere to sit, you offer them your seat. If they can't lace their boots, you offer to lace their boots. And I'm not being hypocritical because everything I'm telling you, I've done. I've carried gear, I've driven folks, I've laced folks' boots, I've uh put down rings. I've done it all in this, and we'll still do it to this day. And we'll still do it to this day. And they're like, well, why are you able to do this and this? I'm telling you why. It's the respect factor that I give, and the respect factor that you need to give back. You know, we get tired of every time folks turn around, you want to be disrespectful and then wonder why you're not getting the respect back. You know, everybody has to be respectful, or you're gonna get a receipt, or you're gonna run into one of these wrestlers that's going to give you a stretch, so to speak. You know, I really wanted to restart this CEO podcast because usually this is supposed to be about business, but I just really wanted to talk to the young wrestlers coming into the game that think they know everything. You know absolutely nothing. I've been doing this for 11 years, 8 championships, 8 years, and I still know nothing. Do you hear me? I can still learn from the vets. I can still learn from the guy who just came out of the academy. It doesn't really matter where you are. uh you can always learn and listen. To stay away from folks. If you get that feeling that somebody's hating on your career, if you get that feeling that somebody's backstabbing you in the back, oh yes, Miss Queen of VA, how are you doing, sweetie? Hey, um, I still play your music, love it. If you have any more new music videos, whatever, I have a friend named Damo. He would love to interview you because at the end of the year we have our award ceremony for male artist of the year and female artist of the year, and I would love for you to be a nominee to be female artist of the year. So please hit me up on social media, however me and you talk, so I can link you up with Damo so he can interview you as an artist and all that good stuff, you know, and I'm gonna still always play your music and support you. So he can tell you more about it. Like after he interviews you on his podcast, he'll tell you how he puts your name in the hat, how people vote, and you know you could end up winning. If you watch our podcast every Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern, the Nashville Caveman, he shows you the actual trophies. So this is real. This is no fake. These are real trophies, real awards, because we believe in giving back, especially to local artists, up and coming artists. Yeah, no, I appreciate you because without you, there is no me. I can't play myself 2 hours a day. I need talented artists like you to send me music. And then if you see Jay Money, tell him shouts out to him too. Um, but back to what I was saying, I'm live right now on a bunch of different platforms. It's just a respect factor. So do that, y'all. Don't come in this business with your chest all out thinking you know everything, thinking that you're going to make it just off the strength of because you can jump off the top rope or dive through ropes or do uh whatever it is you think you can do. Be respectful in this wrestling industry, just be respectful in life, because even outside, the reason my businesses do what they do is because I respect everybody. I don't care what you have or what you don't have, you're still humans. And the old folks told me you treat everybody like human beings. You know, I would never ever you know, treat anybody less than a human, you know. So if you have any questions, my email is sky.blacke. That is SKY. Let me put it on the screen for you. That is SKY. So it's basically skyblack@gmail.com. It is skyblack@gmail.com. Email me, send me your music, give me links to your music video. Again, shouts out to Malfunction, shouts out to CAI, Destiny, JDV, Big Man Carnage, Carnage Michaels, Classic Man, Sky Black. This 2024 is the year of CAI, and I'm so happy for those young guys that are in the group. But I'm really happy for Robbie because the Classic Man, he's been really wanting to do this, and he's finally getting it together. This was his idea. Neutral Grounds was his idea. All these things that he's finally been able to do. Thank you for doing it. We're not going to last too much longer. We're going to take one more break, and then when we come back, we will talk politics. All right. That's out CEO Cartel, right? Yeah. So let me move the microphone over. I guess just a tad so y'all can see my bling bling over here. Last but not least, before I want to leave episode 9, before we go into episode 10, some other time. Well, let's talk about politics. God only gave you so much breath in this world. He really did. He only gave you so many days to live. Stop trying to convince other people of anything. It's okay to express your opinion, but stop trying to convince people. Those who are going to vote Democrat, they're going to vote Democrat. It does not matter. You can talk to them till your face turns blue. It does not matter. Listen, learn. Those who are going to vote for Trump and the Republicans, you can talk till your face turns red. Listen, learn. Stop trying to change people's opinion. I like to just listen because whether I agree with you or not, I'm going to learn something. See, the old folks say if you talk, you're only learning what you know. If you listen, I guarantee you'll learn something new. So I don't understand when they say, well, this country is divided. The country ain't divided. They just won't shut up and listen to each other. Whether you are against gay marriage, whether you are against a lot of other things, at the end of the day, nobody's better than anybody else. We all got to die, and we all got to answer to God. Everybody puts their pants on one leg at a time. Everybody goes to sleep. Everybody cries. Everybody gets emotional. We are all the same. And if I don't agree with you, that's fine. I don't hate you. I'm on one side of the street. You on the other side of the street. And when I see you, I will say hello and I will keep it moving. I do not have to engage in physical violence other than when I'm in the wrestling ring. Talking about civil wars, talking about dividing the country. The only people that's dividing the country is us. These politicians can't divide us. They only can divide us if you let them do that. Politics is like wrestling. No matter how bad you cheer, it's already predetermined. And this is coming from a wrestler. It's already predetermined. It does not matter at the end of the day who you doing. It's already predetermined. After the election in November, you still got to get up and go to work, and your kids still got to go to school. If anything you should learn about what's going on in 2024 is that nothing stays the same. Well, food is high, rent is high. It's supposed to be because there's a lot of people on this earth. Back when I was coming up, it wasn't that many people in Nashville. Back in the 80s, it was not that many people. It was like maybe less than 800,000 people in Nashville. Now there's like 1.3 million people in Nashville. Things are supposed to go up because you have more people and less resources. But at the end of the day, as common sense humans, I know that whatever I do today is going to affect me tomorrow, right? I know in 2025, things are going to be probably more difficult in 2024, so I'm going to save. You don't have to save every dime that you make, but you don't have to spend every dime that you make neither. You need to break your income down into three things: bills, savings, and investments, right? Bills, savings, and investments. Pay your bills, save your money, and invest in something. Invest in a 401k, an IRA, a business, a Shopify store. Invest in another stream of income to where when you're sleeping or you at your main job, this one is bringing you income. Because if you notice people that have multiple incomes, there's multiple streams, they're not complaining. The only people that's complaining is the 9 to 5 people that has the one income that has to take care of everything. 2024 should tell everybody that, hey, nothing's going down. Inflation is always going to be here. The Federal Reserve is full of shit. So the best thing to do is to save and try to build another stream of income. Don't let, because milk is $5, gas is $4, stop you from living your life. It's a game of chess, and you just have to know how to play the board. Don't let people hate on you, and don't let people make you feel less than because you need help. It's always good to, man, Josh, man, what have you been up to, brother? Man, I tried to text you or call you back after you hit me up, brother. We need to talk. I don't even know your address. I got some things that yes, Queen. You got to have multiple streams of income. You got to nowadays. Our grandparents and parents didn't have to do that, but you have to do that nowadays. I didn't understand what my parents were trying to teach me when I was a child, because I was a child. Now, as an adult male who has adult kids, I understand what is going on, and I understand what needs to go down. People, not black people, not white people, just people. A lot of y'all are like me. When you turn 18, you didn't have much to go on. This generation, us, we should be trying to do wheels. Do y'all know I'm working on my wheel right now? Do you know I'm about to start a trust to leave to whoever is in the dynasty? You should start a family bank through life insurance. You should do all of that stuff, so when your children or grandchildren get of age, they don't have to struggle like you did. You don't hear people whose parents 20, 30, 40 years ago left their kids and grandkids a hedge fund, right? You don't hear about that because they left them money. So when they turned 18, they didn't walk into this world blind. Only the middle class and 9 to 5ers are complaining because, yes, we had to come out into this world without a silver spoon in our mouth, but we don't have to live that way. See how I transitioned out of politics to just you? I don't care who you vote for. You're my friend. I don't care. I'm really not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm not an independent. I can just see professional wrestling when I see it. They talk about each other on camera, but they play golf behind the scenes. It really doesn't matter. All I just want is stop letting other people ruin your day. Do not go down the street and you see somebody with a magma hat on, let it ruin your day. If they want to say make America great again, they on that side of the street. Let them do it. They're not bothering you. Those that want to vote for Biden, if they on that side of the street, let them stay over there. You only got 24 hours in a day, and you're going to waste any of that time arguing with people who's not going to change their minds. They are not going to change their minds. And then last thing I want to talk about is this Social Security, right? So in 1977, they changed the rules. I was born in 78. So before I was born, Social Security used to be a pension, right? It was a pension, which means a pension means when you retire, you get paid for the rest of your life. Like some people, if you work for the police department after 20 years, you get a pension. You be in the military for 20 years, you get a pension, whatever. At 77, they changed it to divine contribution. Whatever you put in is what you'll get out. So some of y'all are going to outlive your Social Security. So that's why I'm having this conversation. Stop worrying about politics and worry about your future. Because whatever's going to happen in November is going to happen in November. Stop letting the mainstream media scare you. Oh, they're sending $600 million to Ukraine and this, man, all of that. Even sports. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? Who's going to win the NBA? These people got money. And I'm talking to myself too, because I'm a huge wrestling fan and I go to wrestling events. I'm talking to myself too. These people are rich and got money. I need to start taking my money and invest in me and stop investing in those people, right? That's why I'm trying to tell y'all to let all that TV stuff, mainstream media, Fox News, MSNBC, let that stuff go. Because eventually, if you're my age, there will be no Social Security left, and if it is, it's only going to be minimum because we didn't put in enough to survive, and then our kids are supposed to fund enough for us. What we put in is for our parents. What our parents put in was for our grandparents. What the kids supposed to put in is for us. And if you can tell, this generation is not working. This generation is not working no job, so they're not putting into the Social Security, right? And your grandparents are living much longer. So that's why the money is drying out. And let's say you didn't start working until you was 35, 40. You didn't put in enough into Social Security to get it when you retired 70. So this is why I wanted to just come back and do a quick update on the CEO podcast. You know what I'm saying? I know, I'm sorry it took a while. I had a lot going on. I want to get more into setting up a trust. I want to get more into doing a will. I want to get more to even talking about a prenup, and all that stuff to protect yourself. I want to, talk more about starting businesses, having business partners, what politics mean to business. The SBA, I hate the SBA. They full of, but that's a whole nother show. There really is a whole nother show. I just wanted to make this simple, and I just wanted y'all to interact back with me. If you have any questions or any comments on any platform, I would love to know your opinion. But this was just my opinion. I'm back wrestling again after 14 months of injury. God has been good to me, and I want to be good to y'all, because everybody's like, well, I'm on this earth for a reason. I'm on this earth because I feel like I'm one of the people who needs to break the curse. They need to. We need to stop this. Because of the internet and technology, whatever the rich people can do, we can do. Maybe 50 years ago we couldn't because we didn't know. But now and all you have to do is go implement it. A lot of the business that I've started that are making me income, hell, I just learned from watching other people. Like, oh, so this is how you do it. Got up off my button, went and did it. And so now there's no complaining. I'm still lazy as hell, but I'm just saying there is no reason for you. And if you're my age and you have kids that are 20s, 30s, teens, it ain't too late, because I'm gonna just tell you, them kids are gonna have kids. So you can start setting up hedge funds and trust funds, putting your property in land trust, doing all that stuff for your grandkids and your great grandkids and your great 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 grandkids. How to fund this stuff through life insurance, how to do all the stuff that these rich people are doing, and you ain't got to be rich to do it. How to go and buy tax lien properties, how to do any of this stuff, because this is the stuff that I'm doing, that I'm learning. And I want you and the CEO Cartel, I want a bunch of business people to get together and we just share ideas. That's what the cartel means. I don't mean I'm out here killing people and throwing them. Well, you say my retirement is a Raymond Noodle multi-pack, 75 count. Well, mine might be a 95 count. Hell, I might have to go to BJ's or Costco's and get me twice as many, huh? But I just want everybody to know that, y'all. And again, thank y'all for tuning in, listening to me rant a little bit. I know people are like, well, you always talk about the CEO Cartel and you never do it. And I'm just like, you know, I thought I would do it today, So again, Mr. Joshua James, if you're still listening, man, get at me, please. Queen of VA, I'm so glad that you're doing okay. I wish you nothing but the best. Same to you, Mr. Joshua James, and Pothead. I know Miss Pothead John or just John. Shouts out to you. Damo, if you still listening, shouts out to you, brother. I wish y'all nothing but the best, man. This Saturday, um, August 17th, or tomorrow, I will be down at Swag Wrestling. That's what I do, because I'm also a wrestler. So I'll be down at Swag Wrestling. 7 doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. So if you want to come down there and see me, again, I will show off my championships. This is the Inhumane Cup that I won in a gauntlet match. We'll show that one. And this is the No Limit Broken Limits championship that I won back in February. So yes, so 8 championships in 8 years. I'm your favorite wrestler. I am Tennessee's favorite black man, and I'm the number one Negro in your city when I say that. But anyway, thank y'all so much, man. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to do episode number 10. I don't even know what episode number 10 is going to be about, but it's going to be about something. But every Tuesday on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, the Nashville Caveman, y'all. Every Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central. We have a phone number for you to call in. You know, if you want to call in and talk to us, it's an amazing show. We have a lot of people talking about it. We have a lot of people commenting live. We talk about everything from cheating husbands to, I mean, daughters sleeping with stepdads and moms sleeping with the daughter's boyfriend. And I'm just telling you, it's a great show. Please join us, and thank y'all so much, everybody. Y'all have a great night. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. So thank y'all again. Oh shit.